Chelsea fans, you won't believe what Enzo Maresca said in his latest press conference. After that 1-1 draw at home to Crystal Palace on Sunday, Enzo Maresca was asked a series of questions in his press conference. One was on the failing to sign a striker. He said, "We wanted players, but a player we decide. It has to be to our conditions. If a player is not here, it was not in our conditions. We will see in January." He was then asked about the overall performance of Chelsea against Crystal Palace, and he said, "We didn't take the 3 points, but playing like the way we did today, I think we will win games." But then Enzo Maresca said this, and it's really annoyed a lot of Chelsea fans. Enzo Maresca said, "Probably one thing that has to be clear, Chelsea 3 years ago won the Champions League, but now it's not that kind of Chelsea. Now sometimes, if you don't win, it is normal." Frank Lampard actually responded to what Maresca said on Match of the Day and said, "Maresca is right. They aren't the same team that won the Champions League. I was there 18 months ago, a year ago, and it was a real low point from my point of view because it didn't feel like the club that it was previously, being successful for 20 years. A lot of that was environment and getting things right. I feel like they're on their way up, but there will be good days and bad days, and I think because of the squad, but there is a lot of talent and they can keep improving, especially at the top end of the pitch. They'll cause teams a lot of problems." Now, I personally really like Enzo Maresca, and I do agree with what he said, but I think the problem is the way he said it. You want to be instilling hope into Chelsea fans, especially this early in your managerial career. But instead, you're saying to Chelsea fans, look, we're okay with losing because we're not the same team we were 3 years ago. And I also agree with what Frank Lampard said. It's not the same place that it has been for the last 20 years. Frank Lampard is one of our most decorated players in our history, the record top goal scorer in our club's history, and he played through Chelsea's golden era. And this is why I think a lot of fans are getting extremely frustrated and taking things out on Maresca and the team, not because of what he's saying, but mainly the way he says it. We are frustrated and we want our team to be back to winning ways. I believe that we will get there, and this season is a massive step forward to returning to the Champions League. Us fans just have to remember that this is a different ownership, a different team, a different style of play, a different manager. It's going to take time. And I know that we've been told, trust the process for the last few years, but this time it really looks like Bowley and Clearlake have got Maresca in for the long haul. I personally believe that we are playing much better football under Enzo Maresca than we were under Pochettino at the same stage of last season. You can see the system working, it's slowly falling into place, the players are understanding it more and more, and we're just playing better football across the park. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think. What do you think of what Enzo Maresca said in his press conference? Do you agree with what he's saying or do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. I love having a conversation with you guys, and if you are new around here, make sure you hit that follow button.